I'm going to show you how to take hours out of your editing time. Editing. And in this one little area, this next tool I'm going to be telling you about, it will literally take out little pauses, big pauses, these little things we normally do that take up huge amounts of our time, and they're just a pain in the butt. I'm going to be talking about Recut. Now, Recut is an interesting tool. I'm going to tell you how I used it and how I'm really falling in love with it, and it's just saving me a ton of time. So let's take a look. This is for those that are spending hours manually removing these little silences from videos. And then I'm telling you, Recuts is going to help you remove these silences automatically, like seconds, right? The manual editing that I do now is crazy. So this process, when I came across it, the Recut process does it automatically, and then it renders your final video. It's great. It's awesome. This was me at first, right? I was like, finding and removing all of the little pauses, because sometimes the videos get long and it's these little dinky pauses. Now, to take them all out, it's a pain in the butt, right? And then sometimes your editing program is just like, ugh, right? So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about getting rid of those repetitive processes, literally saving you time, getting rid of all those little cuts that kind of mess up sometimes in your editing program. They just look terrible. And then we're going to be taking out the time. I want to be this guy. Look at this. I want to be saying, if it's automatically done, which Recut does, it automatically cuts this stuff. That way I don't have to do a lot of that manual work. I can get more content done. So let's be this person and not that person. So now here's how it's going to work. And in a minute, I'm going to show you exactly how it works and then show you a demonstration on how it literally does it for you, so that you don't think like, hey, this is magic, this is AI. Nope, it's not AI, but it's something that really works very, very well for us. Now, one of the cool thing is removing these pauses allows you that automatic editing, right? It's also going to give you 100% control over the tweaks and all the little things that you want to put in, so you can skip ahead. Now, here's the cool part. This is what I like the most. You can export it right over to your favorite editor. Right now, I use a different editor than these, but you know which ones these are. And this is the price. Look at this. One-time purchase. Now, that's me. I'm in the camp of buying something once and owning it forever. Don't be billing me every month and all that kind of stuff, right? So here it is, $129 one time, and you buy it once and you use it forever. Now, I'm going to be showing you here in a few seconds on some of the other areas that I literally use it for. I was using some of its free tools until I came across this. But listen, if you want to go ahead and pay a yearly subscription, that part's up to you. But look, I'm going to do some math here. Let's say $79 a year times just 2 years. That's $158. Or I can buy it one time for $129. But look at this one. Even if you did the $15 a month, let's go ahead and do it. 15 times times 12. So that's going to be $180. And then you got to do it again the next year. Forget that, man. Give it to me one time and I'm good. I'm going to leave a link in the description for you so you can get it yourself. As you know here at the channel, I'm just trying to help you trying to find ways to monetize your life. That's all we do. We use sometimes lo-fi tools. We use hi-fi tools. We use AI tools. But in this case, we're going to be using this tool that's going to do stuff automatically. So I'm going to be talking about how it works. This is the process that it does it in. You add your files, you cut your silence, you export it, and then you are done. Let's take a listen as Dave tells us exactly how Recut does it.
Leaving some awkward pauses and mistakes so we can see how Recut edits it down. So all we have to do is drag in the file, and Recut's going to find the silence, these red parts on the timeline here, and we can just listen back. Recut helps you remove pauses and save a ton of time on editing. So I'm leaving some awkward pauses and mistakes so we can see how Recut edits it down. Okay, so it sounds pretty good, but I want to delete this mistake here, so I can click on that and delete it. And I also kind of want to keep this outro part, which is silent. So I'm going to delete that silence to restore it. And then I think that's pretty good. Recut helps you remove pauses and save a ton of time on editing. So I'm leaving some awkward pauses so we can see how Recut edits it down. Okay, and there's a super quick rough cut. So we can go over to export, and we can either export a new video, or we can go over to timeline and export the timeline itself to our favorite editor. And then we have full control over all these cuts. And we can do whatever else we need to do and transitions and all that kind of fancy stuff in your favorite editor. So that's Recut. I hope you give it a try. There's a free trial down below if you want to try it out with some of your own files. And I hope it saves you a ton of time.
This is the cool way you can create content much faster than we had been doing. As you notice from the video, it's simple. So look at the pricing on this again. It's crazy. $129, you buy it one time, you own it. Or, of course, I don't really like subscriptions and all that kind of stuff. You know, they already get you over there at Disney, and they get you over there at YouTube, and they get you over there at Netflix. So I don't want to do this. I want to do this one. But it's up to you. This is how we're going to use Recut to save us so much time, get all that time back so that we can do more videos. That's the key. So as promised, this is how I found out about using Recut. Now, I was over here just kind of looking around for something else, and this is what I actually found. So I was looking for some title stuff, right? So I wanted to see how I could check my YouTube title, length. I was using the teleprompter, which is awesome, and then they've got some great tutorials. Frame rate checker, I haven't messed with that one, but on the teleprompter itself, this is a really cool one too. Like, watch this. You can put in your information and you literally paste in your script here and hit play, and it just goes like crazy. Now, this is actually free, and I found that when I was over here, then I started looking around at the other side. I said, hey, what else do they do? So if I pasted in some information into here, some really cool things happen. Now, I'm not a script reader or anything, but the simple teleprompter is really cool, right? Look at this. You can just literally paste it in, put your information in. It's based on your browser. It lives in your browser, right? So you don't have to do any fancy stuff. And then you can literally hit play and watch what happens. It literally starts moving for you, and you can change the speeds and all that kind of stuff. Now, I get this information, or I get this tool for free. So that's kind of cool. And another reason I had started looking at Recut was because I could use a title, this one right here. I'm going to show you here in a second. I could use this right here. I go all the way down to the bottom, right? And it's also really cool. So I also get to use this right here. So this is the YouTube title checker. Sometimes, you want to find out how long your title is so that you don't end up with too many words. Look at this. So YouTube title length checker. And it tells you right here that your title should be 55 letters or less. And then you can plug it in and it gives you an idea of where you sit. Now that's one of the big things. That's why I liked it so much. And these are just additional things on why I think you should jump into Recut and start getting moving on your stuff. I'll see you inside the next video.